All right. Okay, so that's what we have as a question that we're supposed to solve. The question says, find the center and the radius of the circle with the equation x squared minus 5x plus y squared plus y is equals to 3. That's the A part. And the B part says determine whether the point A, negative 1, comma 3, lies inside or outside the circle. So you see, first and foremost, when we see equation like that, okay, that is how we're going to look at it. Let's check. Okay, so if you have something like this, then you see that this equation is similar to x squared plus 2g of x plus 2f of y plus c is equals to 0. Okay, so when we compare the variable, what do you call it, the coefficient of x and coefficient of y, then you see we say that 2 minus 2g of x is equals to minus 5x over there, and eventually we are going to get a g of x to be 5 over 2. Okay, now that's beautiful. If we look at this one as well, so we say minus 2 of y, then we'll compare it to the y here. So y here, we make f of y the subject, then we're going to get minus half. So that means our coordinate is 5 over 2 and negative half. Now to find the radius r, okay, let's use the equation for the radius r since we know c to be equals to 3. So now c is equals to 3, r we don't know, we know a, we know b. So via substitution, we are going to get this equation that will yield r squared to be equals to 3 plus 26 divided by 4. And by taking our time to calculate, we came out with the square root of 38 over 2. Okay, and that is the radius which is equivalent to 3.082. Friends, so straight on, the center of the equation is 5, 2 and negative half. And the radius could be this or this. All right, now let's see how we can solve this same question, in a different manner. Okay, and alternatively, we know now the same equation we have been given. So all what we have to do is to, use a method of completing the square. For the method of completing the square, we divide 5 here by 2, and we say x minus 5 over 2 squared. Then we subtract minus 5 over 2 squared, okay, which is this. Then also we tackle the y. The coefficient of y is what? 1. So 1 here is normally not written. So 1 divided by 2 will be half. So the y plus half, okay, then minus half squared is equals to 3, as we haven't changed anything. So this equation becomes the de facto. So this helps us to resolve it without difficulty at all. So now let's see. If we rewrite it like that, then the negative 5 over 2 become 25 over 4, and negative the half over there become 1 over 4. So then we drag all this one onto right, and we drag this one onto right here. Then we result in this fraction that says 3 plus 25 over 4 plus 1 over 4. And when we solve it, we get this. So the whole expression term becomes what? The for x minus 5 over 2 squared plus y plus half squared is equals to 38. You see, but we know that this equation should take the form of this. So we say by inspection, yeah, x squared minus x a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared, which is the almighty, yeah, equation of a circle. So by inspection, we can have our value of a to be 5 over 2, b is that, and r is that. So this is the same answer we arrive at. Okay, good. Now, so to determine whether the point A negative 1, 3 lies inside or outside the circle. Okay, so from our deduced equation, that's the equation we solved earlier, that was our final solution. As you can see, there's a final solution. Okay, so all what we have to do is to substitute this, point into this equation, and if the left-hand side, is greater or less than the right-hand side, that is where we can conclude. So now when we put negative 1 here, we are going to get negative 1 minus 5/2, which is this squared, and the 3 here, we are going to get 3 plus half squared. Okay, only way, this is not the answer. This is the right-hand side that we had already. Okay, so when we compute, we arrived at having 49/2 plus 49/2/4. So when we add it together, we get 49/2, and obviously this value is greater than the original radius of the circle. So if that is the case, then we say the point negative 1, 3 lies outside the circle. Okay, friends? And so that is where we end our discussion today. Yeah, see you later. Have a nice one.